And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium here in Grand Falls, Windsor, as we get set for another game in the Central West Senior Hockey League. Visiting Corner Brook Royals in town to take on the Cataracts. Cataracts and Royals played last night. Cataracts came away with a 5-2 victory. Let's pop up inside the booth for just a moment. Say hello to everybody. Hi, everyone. I'm George Scott. That's Robert Golding. And got a number of changes for the Royals. You've been busy before the game figuring out all the changes to the Royals lineup.
Never had a chance to get my fries.
Yeah, I know. You get a big plate of fries. There's only half eaten. You'll squeeze them in sometime during the game.
But yeah, so there's a number of changes for the Royals, George, and as we've alluded to last night, you had mentioned about the Cataracts as well. Like each and every week, guys are working, hurt, whatever the case may be. So tonight, this afternoon, in for the Corner Brook Royals is Josh Hand, number 50, Evan Janes, number 6, Mike Jones, number 58, and Lucas Vincent. Out for healthy scratches today will be Carl Brown, Mitchell Lewis, and Robert March.
I also saw Zachary Applin in the warm-up for the Royals. I don't know if you had him on your list.
No.
Okay. I did see him out in the warm-up. I recognize that because he was one of the pickups for the Deer Lake Red Wings last year in the Herder.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, their coach did tell me that he would be a scratch. He's not, because I've got his.
Oh, okay.
I got his number.
I did see him in the warm-up.
Yeah.
It would be a big addition if he does play.
He's
terrific.
There's a line through his name, so
okay.
I'm just going by what Rocky Bromley told me.
Okay. So he's in the warm-up, but we're told he's not playing. We'll see
Yep.
what happens when they drop
maybe
the puck.
Maybe he will be when he comes out.
Yeah. For the Cataracts, not quite so many changes, not much at all. Nathan Hull is out today. Pierce will move back and play defense. That's Andrew Pierce.
Yeah.
He played forward last night. And change in goal, Tyler Whiffen will play. Curtis Barrett played last night. That's it for the Cataracts.
Yeah, and George, speaking to Coach Bromley there this afternoon, about last night's game, he was quite pleased with a lot of things that took place. However, down low defensively, they have to really clean up. Like, if you think about it in the second period, I think that they controlled more of the offense. I really do.
Oh, absolutely.
They had second and third chances, and then they had a 4-minute power play. But they didn't do very much in the 4-minute power play late in the game. They never sustained any real good pressure.
No.
And they had a couple of turnovers at their blue line because guys were not spaced apart, too stagnant, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, that was a big moment in the game. That
Very big moment.
4-minute high-sticking penalty to Jordan Maher. And
Yep.
Cataracts killed it off. We talked in the pregame, and I've mentioned it numerous times, but teams having to tighten up on defense. Too many high-scoring games in the league. And
last night over Stephenville.
Yeah, again, another example. But here last night, 5 goals in the first period. It was 4-1, but only 1 goal in each period after that. Royals scored 1 in the second. Cataracts got 1 in the third, and it felt more like a hockey game.
Yeah.
When the score's like that.
Yeah, 5-2 was not a high-scoring game, George. It wasn't a high-scoring game.
Very reasonable game.
Like even years ago in the old Newfoundland Senior Hockey League, I'll call it. But no, 5-2 is, Cataracts scored 40 seconds into the game.
Yeah.
And, as you talked about, Jordan Maher had a hat trick in the first period. But then after that, it was 3-1, and after that, it was only a goal apiece.
Yeah. Lots of scoring chances.
Lots of scoring chances, yeah.
Goaltenders played well, and there were some missed opportunities. And, of course, we talked about Adam Guy, the defenseman, making the save right on the goal line with the net empty. The goaltender well out of the net. It wasn't an empty net goal. But,
no.
But the goaltender was well out of position, and Adam Guy standing on the goal line made the save.
I think what the Royals need to do a little bit more today, George, and just from my amateur view up here, is that they really need to get in on a forecheck a little bit more. Now, last night Mike Brent played. Mike Brent played a lot of minutes.
Yep.
He hasn't played senior hockey this year, right? He's been playing, and skating a fair bit and all that there. But too many times I feel is that players on the other team don't target your best player because they're saying, he's a big, strong kid. He's excellent player, blah, blah, blah. That's the whole point. I think that you need to do that. You need to make him really work hard every shift. And I didn't feel that the Corner Brook Royals did that last night on Mike in particular. Now, Cataracts got a big D. And the thing is, if you want to limit Mike's ability to play better, then you need to hit him more often. And I don't mean you got to try to drive people through the boards. That's irrelevant. But you got to take away his time and space, and every now and again, give him a little pop here and there.
It did seem like when he had the puck in his own end, wasn't anybody around him very often.
Well, not only that, George, but I noticed 2 or 3 times, and Mike's a smart guy, don't get me wrong. When he went and picked up the puck in the corner and went behind the net, people just peeled away.
Yeah.
So Mike had easy outlet passes last night and made a lot of really good outlet passes, something that Cataracts been wanting all year.
Just waiting now for the teams to come out. I hear stadium announcer John Thompson getting ready to introduce the starting lineups.
George, before we actually get the game started, and of course, last night, and it's nice to have people listening to the game, and of course, Darren Coburn, a good friend of mine over on the West Coast, who's no stranger to senior hockey in Newfoundland and Labrador, and everywhere else for that matter. But he was listening to our webcast, and of course, then he picked up about Jordan Smith and let me know that this was the situation. And I had mentioned about Gillum, only because I didn't know, but the name Gillum is familiar with Corner Brook Senior Hockey. And he said, Robert, he says, no relation to Terry. He said Terry's son, however, did play with him when he was just finishing up with the Rolls back a number of years ago. So it's good that Darren is listening. It's good that other people, and we appreciate any input we get. We don't know it all. We don't pretend to know it all. But those are nice stories to tell during the webcast. Thanks very much.
Yeah, it's always good when people chime in and help us out, and certainly appreciate that. Time now. We're going to get the starting lineup for the Cataracts.
Yeah, center number 10, Jordan Marr. Starting on right wing, number 11, Cody Drover. On defense, number 93, Corey Brent. And on defense, number 5, Mike Brent. Starting to go for the Cataracts this afternoon, number 31, Tyler Whitland. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, would you please rise? Remove your caps and hats. And join Miss Chloe Mercer in the singing of our national anthem.
Again, we welcome you inside the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium here on a Sunday afternoon. Corner Brook Royals in town to take on the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts. Game 2 of the weekend series between these two teams. Cataracts winning last night 5-2.
I just like when you say, George, the Corner Brook Royals and the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts. It gets a nice feeling because we haven't had the ability to say that in the last number of years.
Mr. E. Butler, and your line, Mr. John King and Mr. E. Turnu. Have a good, buddy.
And we are underway here at the Joe Byrne. Pass hit Drover in the back of the skate. There's Andrew Smith. That's picked off by Mike Brent. Brent, good outlet. Puts it right to Corey Brent, his brother, who will dump it in. Drover overskated it. Marr's on it down in the corner. King took it away from him. Smith will get it off the boards and out. Drover picks it up. Back to Brent. That's tipped in. Sims got a piece of it, so no icing. along the boards out at center. Cataracts 2-on-1. Sims with Meyer. Sims shoots. One over the top of the goal. King's got it just outside his own blue line. Royals are changing.
Coach Gill has the Jover Sims Meyer line again.
Yep, they just
Back
head
in
off.
action.
Tyler Hunt drops it back for Coburn. Gives it back to Hunt in the corner. Threw it out in front. Comes all the way back to the point. King with a shot blocker save made by Whiffen. Again, it is Tyler Whiffen in goal for the Cataracts this afternoon. Jeremy Drover off the boards. Got past the Royals player. They get back. Cataracts with a chance to move on it. They'll keep it in. It's Jasper Wicks. Or Jasper Dix. He got his first name right this time. Oh my. Jasper, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. I figured out though why I called him Brandon last night. I was teaching in a school this week and there's a student, almost a steal there, by the name of Brandon Dix. So that's my excuse. It is Jasper Dix. Cataracts just get it out over center. Fabiancic back behind his own goal. Off the boards, that pass was in behind hand, and it'll go all the way down the ice. It'll be an icing call against the Royals.
I'm glad I don't mix up all those names, George, and only because most of them I don't know.
We've got Drover out centering
Yeah.
Coffey, who's in the lineup for the Cataracts this afternoon. He's inserted as well in place of Nathan Hull. Missed him in the pregame. Thrown right to the side of the goal. Drover's got it in the corner. He's pushed against the boards. Puck comes loose back at the point. Andrew Pierce just keeps it on. Side shot right on goal. Rebound is there. They score. Dewar.
That's just too easy, George. That's a poor rebound control by the goaltender. Not a difficult shot at all. He's got to have that and stop that. And those are ones that, especially early in the game, you look at Pierce. He keeps it in here. Little foam up, keeps it in. Just a little wrist shot. Just an easy shot. No screen. Rebound comes out. That's his first Senior Hockey League goal, I think, George, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, we'll have to check that one out. Another task for you.
Wow. Early on a Sunday.
Brandon Dewar makes it 1-0 early for the Cataracts. They struck early last night as well. Even earlier, but 40 seconds in.
Now we see Byrne going out with Sims and Meyer. So Coach Gill doing a lot of different things early here in this game.
Juggling the lineup.
Scored by number 17, Brandon Dewar.
Here's Byrne. Went down. He stepped on the stick of the player. Pierce will try it again. Worked the first time. Byrne got a piece of it and deflected it over the top of the goal. Meyer will keep it in. Behind the goal. Sims on it first. He had it taken away. Guy can't get it out. Kept in by Brent. Still kept in by the Cataracts.
George, I am noticing Vincent out there, number 50.
Meyer twisting and turning, threw it right out in front, all the way back to the point. Pierce with another good shot right on goal. Save made by the Royals goaltender. They've got John Foss in goal this afternoon. Ian Wolfrey played last night. Foss, a late pickup. Their other goaltender, Power, injured. So they picked up Foss prior to this weekend. And first look
Wolfrey
at
played
him.
a pretty good game last night.
Well, both goaltenders played pretty well.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And, each and every weekend you need to make sure everybody gets some playing time.
Well, gave up the 4 spot in the first period, but just one after that.
And 2 of them were not a thing he could do about them.
Here's Smith. Threw it through the crease. Fitzgerald gets to it along the boards, moves it ahead, and Edgar is away for the Cataracts. Just gets to center, shoots it in. One off a leg. It's down the ice, and one off a Royals player, so that is going to be icing against Corner Brook.
George, just on the previous play, I'm watching Big Smith going down on the left side. He makes a backhand pass going across to the net. And I'm watching Anto going in there, and he's not going hard enough to the net. You got to make the D-man. You got to push him back. You just can't, go in there very easily. And he could have gotten in there a little harder and put some pressure on the D-man or get him to take you down. It was just too soft to play.
Royals dump it in. Gets by Whiffen. Cataracts get it out, and jumping on it is Oak. He's got Drover's a trailer. Drover's in all alone. Drover scores 5-hole.
George, yeah, it's another weak goal through the 5-hole. But however, you have two Royals D-men who are lined up behind each other and go for the same guy. They don't split at all, which is an absolute. Just watch this here now, George. You have two of them right here.
They both went after the puck carrier.
Yeah, both went after the puck carrier and leave the trail man. That's just too easy a goal. I'm looking over on the Royals bench, and I don't see Robert Frencher, who was their assistant coach last night, who's listed on the program. He's not there today.
And the Cataracts again, 2-on-1, almost throw it in front. Drover one-handed. It was cleared away by Fabiancic.
Cataracts goal
Hunt.
scored by number 11, Cody Drover. Assist by number 24, Neil Oak. And number 44, Tyler Wicks. Time to go, 5:05. Drover from Oak and at 5:05.
Wicks off the boards to Drover. Sims tried to get it to Byrne, went off a skate. Comes to an open wing. Byrne gets to it first. David Byrne for the Cataracts. Puck bounces up in the air. Mike Brent plays it to the boards. And they'll come back to Brent inside his own end. They head to Sims. It's Ethan Sims. Drop pass was off the mark. Gale has to wait. Sims was trapped in over the blue line. Pass off the skate of Sims. And now Ethan Sims gets to it and backhands it in. Gillum back to pick it up. Just gets rid of it. Mike Brent's got it outside the blue line, holds it, waits for his teammates to get onside, then shoots it in. Gillum around the boards looking for a hand. Comes back to Gillum. Gale couldn't hold it in. Brent's backing him up. Brent faked the shot. And there's a bad giveaway. Here's Smith. Couldn't control it. He was in all alone. Had himself a breakaway. They throw it in front. They score a couple of whacks at it. Just a complete mess that time for the Cats.
Not sure what's going on. Not sure what Tyler Whiffen's down there doing. He's looking around. Makes no move on the puck. But the turnover in the neutral zone gave it to. Just turned around blindly. If you watch Whiffen right here now, he's looking. I'm not sure.
But just a terrible pass
Wow,
inside the
my
blue line.
goodness.
Smith had a breakaway, just wasn't ready for
No.
it.
Well, he's on the blue line. There's nobody else near him, and Cataract gives him the puck.
Just thinking, how'd I get this?
Yeah, thank you.
Bouncing puck, Whiffen will cover it. Yeah, Tyler made the initial save, but just never saw where that rebound went. Just
No, and
sat there.
just sat there or stood there or what have you, and a easy backhand or empty net goal for the Rolls.
Smith behind the net. Throws it into the corner.
Scored by number 7, Michael Wells. Assist number 90, Josh Hand.
Normore Wells with the goal.
Smith. Time to go, 7 minutes.
Josh Hand making his presence felt today with an assist coming into today's game.
Antle. Shot kicked away by Whiffen.
It's a good save. He needed that.
Smith, the other side. Guy. Royals coming on after getting that goal. Gillum looking for the deflection, shot it wide. Guy will pick it up off the boards. Good shift here for Corner Brook right after they scored that goal.
And Gillum has a heavy shot too, George. And doesn't bring his stick back a lot.
Guy. Andrew Smith down for King. Fitzgerald was on him. Again, the Royals are in there. Antle got it out in front and coming away with it. Jasper Dix.
Got it right that time, George.
Yeah, I was careful that time.
George, the previous 30 seconds, the Cataracts I felt were too soft, and they went down into one of these little shells. And what happens is that when you start to put your legs apart, that means you're not skating, you're gliding. And so you're in a defensive posture, but you're too defensive. You actually, even in a defensive posture, you got to pressure the puck carrier.
It went to the side of the goal. Luke Daring has it for the Cats. Cycles it back behind the goal. Drover couldn't catch up to it. Wicks comes in off the right point. Leaves it for Drover. Wicks went down in a heap in the corner. Still not back up. Finally he is, but it does not look good. He is limping.
Neither official even bothered to even blink an eye to that one.
Oh, and that'll be icing against the Royals.
Could have been one of these check into the back and maybe embellishment, but we're seeing neither. Looks big kid.
He's going to stay out there.
Yeah, well.
Shake it off. That's what Taylor Swift said.
Is her boyfriend still play
And,
with the...
and if Taylor Swift says it, you've
It
got to
be
do it.
correct, yeah.
Gotta
I
be
think her
true.
boyfriend plays with the Kansas City Chiefs, does he not? Kelsey?
I haven't heard anything about that, to be honest.
I must check today when I get home for the 5:30 game today.
Has
But
there been any news on that on social media? Any mention of it anywhere?
yeah, it's probably not much on social media for her.
Face-off win. Daring shot went off the stick of Edgar wide.
Clean face-off win.
Parsons lifts it out at center. Racing onto it is Clay King. One hands it in, goes in to chase. Gets it back at the point. No more Wells. Will send it back in behind the Cataracts goal again. Cataracts come up with it. Daring off the boards, gets it out to Drover. Drover with Edgar. Drover forced to the boards. Leaves it for Edgar. Edgar behind the goal. Puck knocked away from him. Battle continues. Edgar goes down, as does King.
The trio Kings here.
Back to Mike Brent. His shot on goal. Good blocker save made by Foss.
Had to fight through a couple of guys in front of him as well. I like that.
Cataracts shoot it in and change. Parsons to King. Off the stick of Vincent. Corey Brent to Sims. Sims mishandled it. Taken away by Fabiancic. House dumps it into the Cataracts end. Brent back to get it. Still along the boards. Still kept in. House comes away with it. A shot put through the crease. James put it behind the goal. It'll come out. Rolling puck. That's going to go right on goal. So no icing. This is Applin, 19. He is out there. And we've got a real scrum over just outside the gate there by the Royals
That is
bench.
a scrum.
A lot of players in there. Now it continues. The whistle goes.
Both guys with helmets off have to go immediately leave the ice surface.
It's Applin and not sure who that is for the Cataracts. David Byrne. Anyway, they're separated.
But George, I got to go back to about having your feet apart and gliding. I can remember reading an article and seeing an interview with Eric Lindros, the Big E, 20-odd years ago, when he went to his first Team Canada tryout. And Mike Keenan was one of the coaches. And they actually videoed guys in practice from the waist down. And that's all they showed was from the waist down. And they looked at how often their legs were apart as opposed to skating. And Eric Lindros came out and said, I didn't realize I was a glider. I thought I was a skater. And I've never forgotten that. And it's amazing if you think about how many times you spread your legs, whether you're in a defensive posture or not, which means you're not really effective. You must keep the legs going.
In the meantime, both those players, Applin and Byrne, picked up
Yeah, it was Byrne.
offsetting penalties. So we stay 5-on-5. Both of them are gone to the penalty box. Fitzgerald kept it onside. Gillum down in the corner.
Right in the face.
Out to House.
Or
House
in
will
the
move
mask.
it out. Janes. Ethan Janes shoots it around the boards. Drover coming off the bench. Gets it to Fitzgerald. Got Coffey heading for the front of the goal. It's over to the corner. Janes will get rid of it. Down the ice. This will not be enough for icing. Gale hustling back to pick it up. Swings it around the boards up here on the near side to Fitzgerald.
That's a
Quickly
good
ahead
rim
to
around.
Drover. Drover trying to split the defense. Drover does.
Got to be a penalty.
Drew a penalty.
But that's a good rim around. Going back and all the way, you're looking at coming in on the weak side. If you get that around, it comes right to the left side. And, of course, the Royals also had a man going off on a chain, so it's a really easy outlet. And then, of course, Drover coming through the neutral zone, strong on the puck, forces two guys to come with him. Once you get the stick up and under someone's arm, it's a penalty.
Cataracts leading 2-1. Have our first power play of the game with 8:16 to go here in the first period. Face-off win for the Royals. King hard around the boards, and that'll send the Cataracts back into their own end. Whiffing out to play it. Gives it to Cody Drover. He'll leave it there for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald through the middle. Daring. Nice play by Brent to get the puck to Daring that time. Daring went down. Royals player broke his stick.
Yeah, he did.
So we got a Royals player without a stick. He grabs one off the bench. Cataracts maintain possession. Drover. Back at the point. Marr to Fitzgerald.
David Byrne, Cataracts, Mike Jones.
Here's Marr.
Carter
Marr with a shot. Scores! How did he find that spot?
Georgie scored two like that last night. I'm not sure. He may have had a couple of inches, but he made the
Wow.
best of those. And George, I'm looking at him from our angle, and we got a really good angle. He's looking at that corner. I know he is. Comes over a nice D-to-D pass, softens up on this side, and you look, he shoots it underneath the defender's stick and over the goaltender's shoulder.
Starting to think this mark here is pretty good.
He's not bad.
Yeah, might fit in. So now 3-1 for the Cataracts. Just under 7.5 to go here in the first. Jewer, who got things started, he got a shot on goal. Foss made that save.
Cataracts goal scored by number 10, Jordan Marr. Assist by number 50.
Marrow chase it down in the corner.
And number 11, Cody Drover.
Threw it out in front. They'll get by everybody and all the way down the ice. Whiffing out to play it. Whiffin leaves it there for Pierce. Pierce around the boards. Marr couldn't handle that. Fabiancic with a shot, scores! Quick response.
Very quick response, but if we look here, George, no screen. Little turnover just outside of the blue line. Wrist shot by
Fabiancic.
Fabiancic. Okay.
There you go. Speeds Whiffin cleanly.
Yeah. Glove side. Back to another one-goal game again. Every time I pause when I'm going to say his name, George, I'd like for you to fill it in.
High in the air, down at the Royals blue line. Throw it out in front. Unable to get a stick on it. And back come the Royals. Hunt. He's got Colburn with him. Hunt pushed to the boards. Good hip check by Fitzgerald. Knocked him down.
Hey, you just want to separate your guy from the puck. He did exactly that. Doesn't have to be a big hit.
Daring got a piece of it. Sends it in deep.
Good to see Dix out there again after taking the puck up and underneath the chin, visor area.
Royals win the battle along the boards and then lose it. Daring working hard in behind the net for the Cataracts. 5 players in there.
This is a board battle.
And
Royals win it.
Royals come up with it. Almost another giveaway.
Twice.
Almost sent Hunt in all alone. Tipped. Oh, just wide. Hunt had a great chance.
He had an empty net.
Just couldn't get enough on that puck. And now Mike Brent will lug it out. Brent gets to center, shoots it in right on goal. Foss had a little trouble with that. Knocked it down into the corner.
He did.
Drover trying to get himself away. Knocked down. Byrne overskated it. Fabiancic back to the point, kept in by Gale. Royals move it out. Smith to an open wing. Getting there first is Hand, working against Brent. Brent knocked it off his stick. They go in behind the goal. Fabiancic tried to throw it out in front. That's picked off. Back come the Cataracts. Gale trying to move it out.
Yeah, he's got to up that puck, George. He was being harassed from behind, and he's just doesn't have the legs to do that. He's got to get it up to his forwards quicker.
No more Wells with rolling puck. Goes up and out of play. 4:56 to go. 3-2. Cataracts leading the Royals.
And George, you got a text from our good buddy Darren Colburn, the third man in the booth.
Yeah,
He's better than Bob Hedges.
becoming part of the show all of a sudden.
Local players from Corner Brook on this team, Ryan Gillum, Matt Colburn, Jordan King, Ian Wolfrey, and Tyler Hunt, all played with the 2008 Corner Brook Adam All-Stars 15 years ago Team NLA Championships. The last team to do it from Corner Brook. Thanks, Darren.
It's all over it.
He's a stats man.
Puck came into the crease. It was loose, but held just long enough to get a whistle. 4:43 to go in the first.
Bob Hedges is supposed to be doing us the stats, isn't he, George?
I don't know if we recruited him
No, well,
when we came back.
he's eating a lot of fries down there. I never
Contract negotiations broke down, I think. He's got a tough agent.
He does.
Andrew Smith. Working against Wicks. Wicks knocked the puck off him. King gets it back to the point. Adam Guy's got it. Back down into the corner for King. Throws it back to Gillum. Gillum with some time. His shot. I think it hit somebody in front. Didn't get through to the goal. The Cataracts tried to get it out. It doesn't get out. It's kept in. Smith over there leaves it for Guy. Guy puts it back in behind the goal. Round to the near boards. Back for Gillum. Gillum on his backhand puts it up high. Bouncing around. Finally it comes out. Coffey is on it. Jonathan Coffey. That's broken up nicely in front by Antle of the Royals. Guy to King. In behind the play. I think we've got a couple of players. Yeah, both are going to go.
Gillum finished his check on Mar, and Mar come back, give him the chop. And Gillum said, okay, enough of that. I'm going to give you one of mine. And believe me, when Gillum gives you a push, it is a good, hard push.
Yeah, big man.
It's bigger than I am.
Actually, only one is going. That's Gillum.
Wow.
Meyer stays out there.
He's got to be happy with that. I thought that he was going to give him the slash afterwards, but
I thought he was indicating one each, but it is not. Another power play for the Cataracts. They made good on their first one.
and I'll be honest with you, Gillum just basically finished his check. And anyway, we have a...
I believe they call it cross-checking.
Yeah, well, there was no doubt about it. It was a cross-check.
Meyer with the face-off win. Fitzgerald. Yep, Gillum 2 for cross-checking. Down for Meyer. Meyer setting up along the boards. Throws it across. Great
Beautiful
pass.
seam pass.
Meyer down into the corner. Daring. Brent working hard out in front. Mike Brent plants himself in front of that goal on the power play. Tough to move.
Very.
Fitzgerald looking for Brent. Brent with a couple of whacks at it. They score. Fitzgerald.
I don't know what the defender, number 47 on the Rolls, is complaining about. Mike Brent basically did a pivot, turned around. He's such a big, heavy mountain of a man. He gets the first shot, comes right over on the weak side, empty net goal. No goaltender interference.
The puck comes in.
Watch right here, comes right here. Mike gets tripped up, comes right over to Fitzgerald, I believe, George.
It was, yep.
And he pockets it into the empty net.
Brent had the first chance on the forehand, then tried to get it over to his backhand, and Fitzgerald was there and tapped it home. So Cataracts back up by 2 again.
He's just such a difficult guy to move in front of the net.
Vaders with some room. Pass for Drover. Drover holding it. Along the boards, threw it towards the goal, looking for a deflection. Brent has got it back at the right point. His wrist shot, knocked down. Comes back towards the point. Pierce missed it. The Royals will bring it out. Hand just shoots it in. Behind the goal. Pierce battling for it. Cataracts come up with it. Drover knocked off his stick. Whiffen leaves it for Brent. Good pass up for Vaders. Vaders chips it in. We'll go in there with Applin. Byrne in looking for it. Byrne has got it. David Byrne back at the point. Fed it right in front. It was deflected. Foss made the save. Vaders was knocked down the corner. He's back up. Plays it around to the near boards. Byrne gets to it first again. Try to get it back to Pierce. That was intercepted by Andrew Smith. Over to Andel. Andel gets it in over the blue line. King heading for the front of the goal. Pass goes back to King. Back at the point. Guy coming off the bench. Plays it behind the goal. Jeremy Drover. He's checked right away. Puck comes through the side of the net. Break there for Whiffen. He reached down, missed it, and the referee blew the whistle.
Yeah, I think that the puck was still loose, to be honest with you, from this angle.
Absolutely.
We could tell. Yeah. Referee was a little bit behind, but Cataracts may have gotten away with one right there. The puck was still loose.
Minute 30 to go here in the first period. We've had 6 goals in the opening 20, opening 18:30. See what else may come in the next minute and a half. Royals win the faceoff. Smith shot. That hit King. Finally finds it. Fed it out in front. Comes all the way back to Byrne. Byrne, that pass was picked off. Following up on it was Maher. He lost it. Byrne gets it, backhands it in. Adam Guy back to pick it up for the Royals. Off the boards, Byrne holds it in. Maher's got it. Jordan Maher down low. Back for Byrne. That is just broken up. Fitzgerald, 1 minute to go. Drover. Back for Maher, given lots of time, scores.
George,
made that look easy.
I was looking at that. I was about to say this is too easy. And even Jordan Maher's looking at this saying, this is too easy.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a celebration.
No, and I mean, he's middle of the rink, between the hash marks. This is like practice. He has a lethal shot to begin with, but I like to gain the blue line, very nice. And the 2D just sink back too far, George.
You see everybody just
marks.
collapsing.
Yeah, just
the 2 defensemen picked up the other Cataracts player. How do you leave Jordan Maher alone?
Yeah, you've got to have one guy go for him. And I mean, the goaltender's there. You know, not many goaltenders are going to stop that. I don't care how good you are. Rose D is just collapsing down too much, and the same 2 people on one guy.
Yeah,
just can't do that.
We saw that on a couple of the goals. Coffey trying to get it to Fitzgerald, rolling puck. And that's going to be icing as the pass came from the Cataract side of center. And now we've got another how do you do. Down to our left, Parsons throwing punches. He and Fitzgerald going at it. Don't see much of this anymore.
No, this is a tilt.
Is it?
And they're letting them go, too.
Haven't seen a real fight in a long time, Robert. We see touching and grabbing, but see 2 guys actually chucking knuckles. It's been a while. It's a rarity.
George, is one of those questionable icing calls, and I'm looking at it, I'm saying, like, really either don't call it or let it go totally, but it's a tweener play. Anyway, I see some bloody knuckles on both guys. Nice little tilt. Get the fans excited. The fans like that. Players are now picking up all the paraphernalia. Sticks, gloves, helmets, mouthpiece.
Yard sale down in the corner.
Yeah, okay. Wouldn't mind having one of those CCM sticks that the Royals got. Their whole team has those. Only 2 guys using Bowers, George.
You mentioned that last night.
Thank you.
You pick up on the minutiae. It's amazing. You mentioned they're all wearing the same gloves.
Yeah, they are CCM and helmets. I think Darren Colburn bought his son his stick because he's using a Bauer. Mike Brent is out there, and George, I'm just thinking this is just going to be a simple 2 guys, 5-minute majors. Get in, get yourself a shower, get some ice on the knuckles. let's get ready to go.
And on the icing call,
Yeah, that's right. It was,
Face-off
and that was
comes
the
back.
original call.
yeah, and the offsetting penalty, so the face-off goes back in the Cataracts end. A little discussion over at the Royals bench. Not quite sure. What? They're all
Just saying
good.
it's a 5-on-5.
Yep, offsetting.
Penalties to the Cataracts, Charles Fitzgerald. To Corner Brook, Brady Parsons. 5 minutes each for fighting, plus game misconduct.
And there it is. 5 plus a game.
Fitzgerald, misconduct for fighting.
Ryan with a nice move at center to get himself free. Ryan in over the blue line for the Royals. Looking for Colburn in front, just a little bit too far for him with 5 seconds to go here in the period. Lots of scoring. 7 goals in the opening period, 5 by the Cataracts, 2 by the Royals, and we're not finished yet. Down to our right, a little more words being spoken, familiarity breeding contempt. This is the 3rd game in a week between these two teams.
Yeah, you should dislike each other.
Healthy dislike.
Right? Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It is competitive hockey. It's meant to be that way. But anyway, George, the Cataracts are up to a 5-2 lead again. Jordan Maher hasn't missed a step from last night. 2 of his goals, top corner, 1 on glove side, 1 on the blocker side. But the last one was just too easy, George. The defenders on the Royals are sinking back. And not only are they sinking back, but they're actually leaving a guy wide open. You got 2 defenders. On the last 2 goals, the Royals had 2 defenders there in position. Both took the same guy without the puck.
Yeah, we've seen that twice.
That's never a good thing.
There you see the shots on goal in the opening period, 12-6 in favor of the Cataracts. All right, time to take a break. We're into our first intermission. Good start for the home side after winning last night. That was the final score last night, 5-2.
Yes.
This afternoon, 5-2 after 1 period of play. We'll see if they settle down periods 2 and 3. We'll be back with period number 2 in just a few minutes. You're watching the Cataracts and the Royals in Central West Senior Hockey League here on AO.live. Back in a few minutes, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The green team, number 4, Callum Stuckless. Number 19 is Ty Power. 21, Graham Walker. 4, Daniel Nibbert. And the goal team, we have number 21, Jackson Sexton. Number 9, Addison Clark. Number 7, Reed Warford. And number 2, Landon Powell. And I'm going to repeat those names again. I think there were number 4 on the green team, Caleb Stuckless. Number 19, Ty Power. Number 22, Graham Walker. Number 24, Danielle Nibbert. And the goal team we have Jackson Sexton. Number 9, Addison Clark. Number 7, Reed Warford. And number 10, Landon Fowler. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for both teams. That was a good game.
And we're underway here in the second period. Cataracts leading 5-2 after the opening 20. Stumped in wide of the goal, and it'll be an icing call just 11 seconds into the second period against the Royals.
George, has Pierce played D this year, or has it been all forward?
No, he played on defense that first weekend against the Red Wings.
I like the way he plays D. I really do.
Up forward last night, back on defense today.
It's good to have a player like that with some versatility.
Yeah, Nathan Hull played D last night. He's out. Pierce takes his spot on defense, and Jonathan Coffey takes Pierce's spot up front. It's really the only lineup change for the Cataracts other than the goaltender. Royals come in, one off a skate, over to the boards, gets a stick on it and clears it out. Guy backing up at his own blue line, off the boards, moves it ahead. The King to Antle. Antle will bring it in. Antle from a sharp angle. Whiffin's got it and holds on.
George, I can't help, but I can remember in the first period, Corey Brent tried to put a little check on Andrew Smith, and he tried to do the same again in the corner. As big as Andrew Smith is, he's not an aggressive guy, and he just steamrolled Corey Brent, who's not a small man himself.
No. Here's Mike Brent. Brent is tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty coming up to the Royals.
That's an easy goal.
Referee Rob Canning making the call.
Is it a hold?
I think it was a trip, wasn't it?
Well, I would have think so.
I didn't notice what he signaled to the...
He called it holding, but I mean...
Oh, okay.
Either way, it's 2 minutes.
Yeah. Face off just outside the Royals' blue line. Royals, too many players on. They get one guy off.
Penalty, corner book.
Adam Guy clears it to center off the stick of Brent. Jeremy Drover, or Cody Drover rather, takes it back behind his goal.
For holding, 52
Long pass, good one for Sims. Sims leaves it for Marr. Marr gains the blue line, throws it into the far corner. Sims will let it go for Brent. We don't have Brent in front of the goal this time. He's back at the blue line.
Little different look.
He'll shoot this. That went off his stick. Ryan has it. Ryan will clear it.
And have a stick that's broken too.
And Smith lost his stick. Brent trying to get it in. Takes it down into the corner. Swings around behind the goal. Threw it right out in front. Goes back down below the goal line. Marr swings it the other side. Here for Mike Brent. That one off of Adam Guy. Marr will settle it down. Top of the circle. Tried to slide it to the side of the goal. That was picked off and cleared down the ice. Under a minute to go in the power play. Drover. Ooh, confusion as to who that pass was intended
Yeah,
for.
I'm not quite sure. It's going to be
Brent,
icing.
Yep, he did not get over center. Mike Brent was dead tired. I think that pass was intended for him. He just didn't have the legs to go get it.
No. And it's the first time we've seen him out on a power play on D. And, of course, he actually went down in the corner twice. And, of course, as a D-man, you're coming back to get that puck to bring it up, Dyson. That's taxing.
It's a lot of skating. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Cataracts control it off the faceoff, trying to lug it out. They're sent back into their own end. Wicks has it. Backing up. Pierce. Good outlet pass. Cataracts bring it in. Jasper Dix. Back to Pierce. He'll shoot it. Stick save made by Foss.
Goaltender change,
Well, actually,
George.
it's not Foss. As I look, I see it's 33. Wolfrey's in net.
Yeah.
Foss gave up 5 in the first. Penalty is now over.
First thing I noticed was the pads, the red and white converted to brown. Yeah, Wolfrey played a game last night. Foss got lit up for 5 in the first. That's offsides.
No call. Shot comes in wide.
That's the one we talk about going in the gate, George.
It's Coffey. A good penalty kill that time by the Royals. Cataracts really didn't have anything going. Now they'll bring it in. It's Coffey. He was looking for Pierce.
That was
missed.
either you wanted to shoot it or pass, and it was a tweener.
Cataracts tip it out to center. Royals come up with it. King gets the center, shoots it in. Wicks. Nowhere to go, so he'll throw it out down the ice. Guy quickly ahead to King. To Smith. Smith with a shot that's kicked out by Whiffen. Big rebound put wide by Smith. Up to Guy. Guy with a shot. That went off the stick of Wicks, I believe, and out of play.
I think it might have got tipped by Smith, actually.
They were both there.
Yeah. See when the faceoff comes in. Oh,
I think they're going to keep it inside.
yeah, so it never went off of Smith.
King in to take the face-off for the Royals. It was won by Drover down into the corner to Jeremy Drover. Up through the middle, here they come. This is Drover, Cody Drover. Got away a pretty good shot. He was being harassed pretty good by the Royals defense.
Great leg strength.
Got away a good shot. That's kept in by Gale. It's put wide. It'll come all the way out to center. Drover over for Gale. Gale up the boards. Bouncing at center. Jumping on it is Antle. Antle with a shot. Whiffen got just enough of that to keep it out.
Cataracts got away with a slash as well. Whoop.
Player went down, still made the pass. Drover cutting to the goal, looking short side, just put it wide. Vader's made a nice pass from the seat of his pants.
He certainly did. Never count yourself out of the play.
Played out by the Royals. Hustling over to get it is Gale. Gale takes it back behind his goal. Colburn is chasing him. He'll leave it in the corner. That's down the ice. And that'll be an icing call against the Cataracts. 14:44 to go here in the second. Things have slowed down just a touch.
Yeah, George, even in the first period, I didn't feel that there was the urgency that we saw last night. It's one of those, is it the Sunday afternoon blues or what? But I don't sense the urgency that we've seen in the previous 3 games here.
King with a shot right on goal. Whiffin's got that. The Trapper hangs on to it. Brent for Byrne. Gets past him and gets out to center. Royals come up with it. King turns, shoots it back in. Colburn gets to it first for the Royals. Down in the corner, Colburn to Tyler Hunt, knocked off his stick. Comes back to Ryan along the boards. Marr to Mike Brent. Off the boards, looking for Byrne. Byrne is tied up and finally gets it out down the ice. Sims won't get to it. It'll be icing against the Cats.
Not a lot of anything going on the last couple of shifts.
You finish your French fries?
I did, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, and they were pretty good this time, I got to say. Came up, looking for my pregame meal. Got here a little late. My wife's fault, of course. Had to go around, get some things done, and never had time to get the fries, so
we were getting
she
ready to
delivered
go
them.
on the air, and she walked up here, 2 plates of fries with her, and I thought, oh, excellent.
You thought you were getting something.
Yeah, one was for you, and one was for her. So, yeah.
I know, life is rough.
George gets left out again. It's off a couple of skates back towards the point. Fabiancic shot off the boards. Clay King keeps it in. Royals, good shift here. Fabiancic with a shot. That missed short side by quite a bit.
So pretty good margin.
There's the Bob Euchre one. Right?
I love it. Please say it.
Oh, big save there by Whiffen as that was redirected. That's his best of the game.
Spectacular. What a great reaction.
Just got that glove out in time. And that'll go out of play, but it went off the Cataract player's stick. So
not only that, he was falling down, George, as he kicked that pad and that glove out. That was labeled for the bottom left side.
Yeah, he was moving to his right, and the redirect went to his left. Big save for Tyler. Keeps it 5-2. Guy down the ice. Nobody touched that, so icing against the Royals. Daring shot is stopped, knocked down in front, and the Royals bring it out. Smith.
I think it actually hit Edgar in front of the net. Good save for him.
Edgar knocked it down, but Smith gets to it first for Guy. Went between his skates. Wolfrey comes out to play it. Edgar along the boards. Comes back to Jeremy Drover. Down to Edgar. Edgar's got it again. That shot, that may have got a little piece of the post as it went by.
I think it did, George. I think that got the post or the crossbar. Definitely hit iron.
Just grazed the outside of it. Either the top of the crossbar or the outside of the post.
It's got to be a penalty.
Yep. Smith winds up with the big slap shot. Went off a skate, went wide. Will be touched up by Edgar, and the Royals will go on the power play on the slash at center ice.
Tried to hook him first, couldn't get the hook there, and the slash came out, so Going to result in 2 either way you look at it.
I'm going to call hook. Okay. Got the first one, I guess. Robert?
I think the slash came as a result that he lost his balance and came down on the stick. Either way, 2 minutes. Royals will have an opportunity on the power play here. 12:07 remaining in the second period. King, Antle, and Smith up front. Guy, Gillum on D.
For the Royals control it. Here is Adam Guy.
Penalty to the Cataracts, number 96, Luke Fury. 2 minutes for hooking.
Guy. Gillum back to Guy.
Fury hooking, 7:53.
Down to King. King works it up along the boards. Top of the circle now. Steps in, shoots it. Looking short side. That one didn't miss by much. Then it's redirected. Sticks go in the air, but no goal. Whiffen kept it out. Another good save for Tyler Whiffen.
Yeah, he hit off a stick, came down in his pads, and just went underneath him. Did not go into the back of the net. George, I'm looking down, and I look at the Cataracts power play, and they put Big Mike Brent out in front of the net. And, of course, the Royals are doing the same with Smith. But Smith needs to be engaged more. He's a huge body. He needs to be really aggressive in that paint, and he will tie up a D-man, if not 2. And you will see a huge battle with him and Mike Brent out there, who's now killing the penalty, and Smith is up front, and that's what his job is. Free up Guy on the side, and King.
All right, Royals bring it out. Here is King. Smith is the trailer. One off a skate, comes back to Guy. Guy holding it. Puts it in behind the goal. Smith is back there, hopped over his stick. King will go get it in the corner. King will hold on to it. Over the other side, Gillum. Gillum a chance to step into one. A quick wrist shot that went off somebody in front, up and out of play. I think it went off a Cataract player. Face-off will stay in the Cataracts end. 1:01 to go in the power play.
Cataracts change all 4 penalty killers. Roll stay pat.
Scramble draw, still in the circle. King comes up with it for Antle. Back behind the goal. Smith will get there first for the Royals. Top of the circle here in the near side. Down into the corner for King. King steps out, so can't shoot it. Royals being kept to the outside. Now they'll get a chance. Smith put it well wide. Gillum picks it up in the far boards. Under 30 seconds to go in the power play. Antle down to Gillum. That long pass picked off and cleared out.
That pass was not that there. That was a forced pass, trying to pick up Guy coming off the weak side. Just too many sticks to go through.
So far, the Cataracts doing a good job keeping the Royals outside the dots, and this will do it as they clear it down the ice, and the penalty is now over.
And the Royals just did not have enough urgency in that power play.
Trover clears it out. Guy's got it, sends it back in. Pierce back to pick it up. Andrew Pierce. That's dumped in, and Hand will get to it first for the Royals. Hand down the corner working against Brent. They can do the boards. Puck squirts loose. Pierce has it. Pierce gets rid of it. Don't think this is going to have enough. Nope.
Sweep.
Yeah, you need better sweepers to get it over. Brent from outside the blue line. Blocker save made, and that'll go out of play. And a face-off coming up in the Royals end of the ice. 9:21 to go, second period.
And, of course, congratulations. Talking about sweeping. Congratulations to Brad Gushu again with another victory, international victory in Japan. His first time with a victory in Japan. I was reading earlier this morning. Keeps getting better.
Brad Gushu making a claim to be, as they say in today's parlance, the GOAT of curling.
Oh, in question now.
Here, Brent with a drive. So he came down the center of the ice and got a shot away, and Wolfrey comes up with the save.
Does he have 4 bars, George, or 5? No? Okay, someone send us that in, please. World Championship, Juniors, Olympic gold, Canadian championship, at least 3, if not 4 or 5 bronzes. The big one in St. John's that year. He's good on the ice as well as these two teams. Not a bad golfer either.
No, I remember when he won the juniors.
Yes.
Being played at the Grand Falls Golf Club. I was working there that summer, and he won the junior and juvenile.
Oh, not too bad.
Because he was juvenile age, but
Yes.
won both. Beat the guys who were 2 or 3 years older than him as well. Decided to give up the golf, concentrate on curling, and
Yes.
he's done okay.
Pretty good decision.
That shot ripped wide. It's all the way out down the ice. Drover's got to turn and go all the way back into his own end to track that down. Hunt watching him. Drover made one good move and then almost lost it.
It's a good pivot, nice reverse.
Gale back to Drover. He'll get it out. Edgar just overskated it. He was looking up the ice. Thought he had some room to go. Off the boards, looking for Deering. A little bit behind him. Ryan gets to it. Over to Gale. Edgar. Fabiancic intercepted that. Ahead for Smith. Smith wound up and lost his balance as he went to take the big slap shot.
Almost like a changeup.
That one pulled wide. Smith with a couple of chances. But that first one, you can see he just
Got
sort of lost an edge as he was trying to get that slap shot away and just didn't get anything on it at all.
Got in too
Edgar
close to
for
him.
Meyer. Meyer's got it. Back for Edgar. Edgar took it off his skate. Shot went wide. He was tied up in front by King. Biffin with a little trouble behind the goal. Leaves it there for his defenseman. Handel, 2 guys in all alone, and Whiffen with a save. Smith with 3 chances on this shift.
I don't know how you miss Smith.
I think Cataracts thought they were going to clear the zone. Everybody started
Yeah.
heading north, and the puck went south.
No good.
There were 2 Royals in behind everybody. Now Maher back the other way. Maher trying to cut in through the middle. Maher keeps going. Somehow maintains possession. Back at the point. Wicks with a shot that redirected. Rebound is there. They score.
That's a hard one to miss. But it was a turnover back in the roll zone, George, and I'm watching these guys come out. They were out there a long time. And they're tired. They can hardly get to the bench, the Rolls.
Right.
And the thing is, once that puck got turned over, and you watch it coming out, Maher, who puts on a really good move, he spots up the D-man, just a nice, easy wrist shot, and he just comes off to the weak side, and of course, pretty much an empty netter. 6-2. Anytime you get the shots directed to the net, it's a good thing. And really good when you got tired bodies.
The Cataracts have opened up a 4-goal lead here midway through the second period. Just over 7 minutes left in the second. This will be an icing call against the Cats. Just 30 shots on goal combined between the two teams and 8 goals. Shots on goal 16-14 favoring the Cataracts.
Yeah, there's a it's not your defensive gems that we've been used to seeing, but it was the first one in a while.
Goal, Cataracts goal.
It's going to be another icing there.
Assist number 44, Tyler Wicks. And
Neil Oak with the goal for the Cataracts, their 6th.
Wicks and Meyer. 12:51.
Backhand kicked away by Whiffen. Good chance for
Good reaction
House.
save there.
House with the opportunity for the Royals. Stay with it. Another shot, another save by Whiffen. Been much better here in this second period. He's come up with a handful of really good saves.
Quick reaction. I like those.
Ethan Sims, went over the blue line, tried to drop it back for Byrne. He was checked right away.
Puck's got to get deep. Oh,
Drover gets the return pass, heads up the ice. Cody Drover in all alone. Stops in the corner, having a look around, protecting the puck. He goes down. And the Royals come up with it, but they turn it over at the blue line. Here's Mike Brent. Brent with the slap shot. Stick got in the way of that. That was Gillum. Brent thought he had a little more room than he did. Sims able to keep it in towards the back of the goal, and it goes in the back of the goal. Drover.
Yeah, it's
Left all alone there.
everybody is vacating here now, George, and poor goaltender's just left at the mercy of everybody. Good forecheck down low. Mike Brent stays in, keeps the puck in, and of course, turn it over here. And if you look, there's no Royal within 15 feet of Cody Drover, who's lagging behind, stays in the blue paint. I mean, as a D-man, you're told, as an add-on player, you got to be aware of who's behind you, not who's in front of you. You can see who's in front of you, but you have no business to be up on the hash marks and look back and there's a green jersey in the blue paint.
Yeah, Ethan Sims picked that off just inside the blue line. When he looked up, here was Cody Drover standing all alone in front of the goaltender. Just had to slide the puck to him.
And your Tana's players, you don't leave the zone until the puck leaves the zone.
Holborn got it in front for Hunt. That didn't get through to the goal, and the Cataracts come back the other way. It's a good rush that time by the Royals. Had some good speed coming through center.
They did.
Dix with a hard shot. Wolfrey's got that up high and holds on.
And I think what happened, Coach Bromley, I'm saying, guys, whether we win or lose, you got to have some pride when you put the jersey on. You've got to go out and compete. I can remember speaking to Brian Casey about it for years. I said, regardless of the teams that we coach or we're a part of, any time that you take the ice and you put a jersey on, it's about having pride in what that represents. And you have to work hard, shift in, shift out. You just can't mail it in.
Remember, Brian used to use the term jam.
Yeah.
You got to have the jam. That's, compete. You got to be.
You got to.
You got to really want to do your best every play. You got to be paying attention to detail.
You're exactly right, George. And, you're not going to win every shift, every game, but you should not lose battles because of lack of effort. That's inexcusable.
Slides into Whiffen. He'll hold on to it.
That's inexcusable. There's going to be players that are going to be bigger, stronger, faster, more talented, but you should not be for lack of effort.
Yeah, when I coached, I told teams, you really can't control winning or losing.
No, you.
The other team is better than you; they're probably going to win. But you can control your effort.
Exactly right,
that's
George.
That's the one thing you have complete control over.
Yep.
Is your effort.
And it doesn't matter what the score is.
No. Edgar to an open wing. There's a area pass for Maher. Maher couldn't quite catch up to it. King has got it, pokes it to the boards. Deering will keep it in. Antle for the Royals. Just gets it out. Jeremy Drover knocks it down. Shot in by Edgar. King stepping out from behind his goal. There's Clay King. Big slap shot. Whiffen got the toe on it. Pierce off the boards and out.
Whiffen made that look very easy. Good shot. Not on it.
Fabiancic with the puck. Watched by Deering. He'll leave it for Guy.
Fabiancic.
So I'm told. Maher.
Sounds really good to me.
Spinning. Pierce. Backhanded down. And again, icing against the Royals. Other than that, a couple of goals by the Cataracts. It's been a pretty quiet period. A couple of good chances for the Royals as well, but not a whole lot of up and down the ice going on.
No, you're exactly right there, George. And, we have another period to go yet. A period in 3 minutes. And 7-2 at this juncture of the game. I hope that we see a little bit more excitement.
Last night's game, we had plenty.
Yeah, that was a great game last night, I thought.
It was 4-2 late.
Yeah. And the Royals had a great opportunity with a 4-minute power play. This puck is going nowhere.
Another icing call. Cataracts win the faceoff, ringing around the boards, kept in by Guy James. Cody Drover up for Vaders. Vaders just gets it over center, and here come the Cataracts, 2-on-1. Over for Oak. Pass was in behind him. Hand gets away. Guy heading for the front of the goal. Hand trying to cut in, gets it to Guy, and Whiffen with another big save.
Spectacular save there, too.
Tyler Whiffen has been terrific here in this second period for the Cataracts.
That was an empty netter. How he came across and made that one, I'm not quite sure, but that was a spectacular save. And got the rebound as well.
Vaders gets it over to Drover. Drover with a shot that is stopped. Kobe Drover having himself a pretty good second period.
Yeah.
It's thrown to an open wing. Byrne will get to it first. Gets it over center, shoots it in. Wolfrey out to play it. For Applin. That's down the ice, and it'll be yet another icing call. Boy, we've had a lot of those here in the second period.
It just seems like everybody stopped playing.
Yeah. We got time to go down and get some fries?
I might have to have another plate.
Not a whole lot happening right now, folks.
I might have to have another. Well, I might even have to walk home after my second plate. I'm glad I don't live far.
Get your steps in.
Oh, wow.
Byrne behind the goal. Cataracts on it first. Sims, cross crease, cleared away. Back at the point, kept in by Gale. House will get to it first for the Royals down in the corner. And he'll just get it out to center. No more Wells the other side. So to Smith. Smith with a shot over the top of the goal. House along the boards. Puck is cleared. Cataracts have it. Don't get it out. Kept in by no more Wells. Jeremy Drover gets it to Byrne. Byrne off the boards and out. Cataracts racing to it. Gillum got there first. Byrne following up on it, clears it in. He'll head to the bench. Cataracts will change up. Barry getting an extra shift out there with Pierce and Coffey. And Coffey's got the puck. Coffey just squeezes by the attempted check along the board, stops up down the corner, has a look around, back for Wicks. Wicks with a shot that didn't miss by a lot. So went over the top of the goal. Now the Royals come back to the final 30 seconds here in the second period. King. Jordan King, that's cleared out. 20 seconds to go.
Linesman made a good play, preventing an icing.
King, Jordan King with a shot, that's well wide. Andrew Smith takes it off the boards behind the goal. King tried to get it out in front, that's picked off. Went right past Clay King. 2 seconds left. I don't think they're going to get to it in time. Will they? No. Well, after the whistle.
George, that was as nonchalant a period as I've ever seen. It's like we've all stopped.
As I said a few times, nonchalant. They need to be more
chalant. Yeah, I gotta have to Google that one as well.
Well, if you got nonchalant, why can't you have chalant? There's the shots on goal. 2019 actually favoring the Royals.
Yeah.
After 40 minutes of play, but the Cataracts with 2 more in the second lead it 7-2. All right, you're watching Central West Senior Hockey League action from the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium. Corner Brook Royals in town to take on the Cataracts. Cataracts with a 5-goal lead. Heading into the third, come back and join us for period number 3 of this game here on AO.live in a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, BMW, Lefties, Scare, Gentleman B, Riverview Motors, EJ Excavations, Dominion Lending, Canadian Tire, McDonald's and Bud Light. Also, we have more announcements. They're selling tickets on 3 dozen beer. Tickets are 6 tickets for $5. And don't forget your 50-50 tickets, $2 each, or 3 for $5. And that encore after ice cleaning in the second period. So get your tickets now, along with the music.
you see the teams back out on the ice, set for period number 3. At this point, a fairly comfortable 5-goal lead for the Cataracts. They lead 7-2 after the first 2 periods. But we know goals can come in bunches in this league, so I don't know if any lead is really safe.
No, well, that's something that the rules have got to be saying to themselves over there. A little hint of optimism.
I guess kudos should go out to Tyler Whiffen, the Cataracts goaltender in that second period. Gave up 2 goals in the first period, but came up with 4 or 5 terrific saves in the second. This game could be a lot closer.
Yeah, he did. He come up with a really nice glove save there on one particular sequence and a couple of really good left pad saves. Reaction. Quick reflexes. Always been a good athlete.
Yeah, the Cataracts control it off the opening faceoff here in the third. Sims backhands it in deep. Wolfrey out to play it. Wolfrey came on in the second period, replacing Foss, who started the game for the Royals. Gave up 5 in the first period. And Wolfrey has been in goal since then. Corey Brent towards the goal, and Wolfrey's got that as it flutters in towards him. Just 29 seconds gone here in the third period.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There's Marr
time to check your tickets for
headed out in front. It's cleared to the boards.
Winning number 795-139. 795-139. See Mr. Rodriguez, he'll take care of you. 795-139.
Here's James. One off of Mike Brent. Hit Brent a second time. Comes back towards the blue line. Kept in by the Royals. And got it into the corner. James behind the net, trying to get it out in front, comes to the side and then cleared to the boards. King turned it over, just inside the blue line. Cataracts come up with it, send it down the ice. Quick lineup correction. I had 19 as Zach Applin. That's what he was listed in the program. He said he wasn't going to be playing. I said 19 was out there in the warm-up, but 19 is Mike Jones. There's a couple of shifts for the Royals. Applin not in the lineup, as you correctly stated. And that's caught by Wolfrey and held on.
Couple of whistles early. George, I'm not quite sure if both teams are quote-unquote play out the string. I hope not.
A long way to go.
There's a long way to go indeed. You don't mind playing out the string, a couple of minutes left, but not 18.
Rover kept it in with his skate. And it goes behind him. He'll take it off the boards. Rover, good pass across. Fed it in front. Looking for the deflection was Coffey. He missed it. The Royals come out. No more Wells. Shot save made by Whiffen. To the boards. Kept in over there by Smith. Cataracts get it and flip it out. Guy going back to get it. And wave off the icing. Ryan right over the blue line, drops it. Shot from Colburn, stopped by Whiffen. Byrne gets it out. Racing after it is Guy, gets there ahead of Daring. Daring comes up with it, fed it in front. They score. Dix.
George, I'm going to go back to the waved off icing. I've never understood. A guy is skating hard to the puck. The puck is just going to get over the line, but it does, regardless of how hard he's skating, is getting over the line.
Yeah, it just barely got over, but you're right, it got over. And they waved it off,
and the puck went back down the other end and scored.
All right, here it is.
And another guy just left all by himself lonesome, and this is a guy who was skating hard on the other one. Just watch. Look at two of these guys going in the corner, George. Nobody there. Forwards coming back late. You got two guys gone in the corner. looking for a puck with a guy in front of the net. Cannot fault the goaltender for that.
Cataracts goal scored by number 63, Jasper Dix.
It's his second of the game.
96, Lou Deering. Time to go, 2:42.
Daring gets the assist.
At 2:40.
Deering's been a good addition for the Cataracts since coming a couple weeks back.
King's shot goes wide and then comes out to center. Jancic to this side, dumps it in. Wicks gets to it first. King came up with it, couldn't get a shot on goal. Comes to the near boards. Back in behind the net. King out in front. And Whiffle with another big save as he robs Andrew Smith, who had a chance in the slot.
Yeah, I don't think he got as much on it as he was liked. And
No.
Whiffen was in a half decent position, got his big trapper out there. Zeta Glovic going up into the top corner. Sure, Smith would like to have that one back again.
Marr along the boards.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Vaders into the middle.
number for the Bears.
Neil Oak
For the draw for the Bears, 79.
tried to get it down to Marr. That was intercepted. Mike Brent's got it. Sends it down deep into Royals territory. Gillum
9-1.
goes high in the air out at center. Mike Brent has it. Quickly across the other side. And that will go wide of the goal, and that's going to be an icing call against the Cataracts.
Nobody over on the boards there. The puck's going to the boards. They're trying to make this little arm pass, but doesn't work when you're on the other side of the red line. It's going to be a hooking penalty on the Cataracts.
Touch it up, and the Royals will go on the power play, trailing 8-2. Royals 5-on-4 man advantage. Around King gets it down below the goal line. Back to King. His shot is stopped and cleared by Mike Brent.
A penalty to the Cataracts, number 21, David Byrne. 2 minutes for hooking. Time to penalty 4:24.
Byrne is in the penalty box for the Cataracts. King brings it in. Brent intercepted that. It was intended for Andel, and Brent just batted it out of the air. That's okay in your own end. And away comes Drover, shorthanded. Drover looking for the hat trick. Got it again. Drover shorthanded. We'll try one more. Scores! Wolfrey got a piece of it. Boy, Royals were running around again, Robert.
George just doing nothing, just watching. I mean, Cody Drover, after Mike Brent made a nice play down in the corner, comes up, beats the D-man. He tries to go 5-hole here, and you just watch everybody's puck watching, George. There's nobody around, and then Cody Drover gets it again. 2 guys come to Cody Drover, puck watching. Guy wide open on the side of the net. Semi-fans goes off the inside of the back pad of the goaltender, and the back of the net, 9-2, shorthanded goal.
Things going from bad to worse for the Royals right now.
Really bad to worse. Definitely.
Colburn still on the power play. 49 seconds to go in their man advantage. They lose it. Down the ice it goes. Marr will get to it first for the Cataracts. Marr stops on a dime, turns, feeds it out in front, looking for Coffee. Marr had a whack at it.
Assist number 11, Cody Drover. Time to go, 5:16. Sims from Drover, 5:16. And that was
Colburn
a short-handed goal.
steps around Corey Brent. Goes into the corner with Mike Brent. killing time down in the corner. Finally, the Royals come up with it. Ryan with a shot well wide of the target. Comes out the other side. Whiffen diving over
Wow.
with yet another save. No stick.
That's amazing.
Tyler Whiffen's been terrific since the first period.
I don't know how he saw it. I don't know how he got there. Phenomenal.
King with a shot, and Whiffen makes that save.
That was one you just see. He's coming out of nowhere. He dives in a general direction of his net. Don't know if he got the blocker on or the glove on it. We know he never got the stick on it. It was in the corner.
Shot by Jones, went off a leg. Jeremy Drover behind the goal. Quick outlet just off the stick of Dix. Dix gets to it first, though, for the Cataracts. Dix holding it, allowed to walk out, fed it in front for Edgar. Puck went to the boards. Deering trying to get it out in front, comes back to the point. Jeremy Drover, his shot was stopped, comes back to him. Down for Deering. James is on him, comes around the boards, kept in by Drover, and it's knocked down. The Royals with a chance to move it out. Adam Guy leading the rush. Means the blue line, fed it in front. Whiffen made the save. Rebound was there. They score. Kevin James.
Yeah, inserted into the lineup today. And Jones as well. Just putting the shot at the net. Whiffen makes the first save with his right pad.
This Guy with the shot.
Yeah, he delayed here. It almost looked like he was outside. Nice pad. But of course, nobody else there to clear the rebound. We look at number 63 for the Cataracts, and that's the guy that's got to get in there and give some goalie support. None was coming. 9-3.
Tipped in, will go right down to Whiffen, who will hold on. 12:18 to go, third period.
Carnival Royals goal scored by number 6, Evan James. Assist number 4. Adam
Wave it off again, Robert.
Goal 734. James from guard.
Maybe the officials want to get it a little earlier too, George.
Keep it going.
Yes. Stop it on goals only.
Cataracts with possession. A little bit too far. Trying to get it to Oak. Royals come up with it. That's intercepted. That's centered.
That's not a slash. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, snap the stick in half, and
It is a slash.
Rob Canning's got
That's
it.
as hard a slash as you're going to see.
Michael Nomore Wells gone to the penalty box for the Royals. Cataracts on the power play, already leading by 6.
The evidence was left on the ice for that one, Adam George. We've talked about sometimes, a slash on someone's stick. That was a healthy slash. Only damage done was to the stick.
Cataracts won the faceoff with the pass back of the point, misfires, and Pierce has got to hustle back. Wicks. Edgar back to Wicks. Wicks will have a look around. Now the Cataracts will bring it out. Coffee. Other players getting some opportunities here on the PP.
Yeah, and so they should. 6-goal spread.
Dix.
It's a touchdown.
Back at the point for Pierce. Towards the goal. Deflection by Dix, and it goes up in the air. Sits in the blue paint. Still not covered. Now it is. Whistle goes.
Good music, though, George.
Yeah. So we're going to need to take the AC/DC out of rotation, though, because that's a couple of the songs that YouTube picks up on as copyright violations.
wow.
So when we go to upload to YouTube, we get that. It's always the same couple of songs. And then you've got to edit it out before you can have it uploaded onto YouTube where folks can watch it.
Okay, that's a new one on me as well.
Yeah, it's one of the things. YouTube and Facebook, their algorithms will pick up on live songs, and if you're trying to do a live show using one of those platforms, you can get bumped off pretty quickly if it hears the copyrighted music.
You heard it here, folks. And not only that, the algorithm.
Yeah, I don't get to use that word a lot.
Wow.
When you get a chance, you got to grab it.
You s-
Mike Brent, all kinds of room to Sims down the left side shot. Save made by Wolfrey. Puck set there and then cleared to the boards. Royals get it. Send it down the ice. Only 5 seconds to go in the power play. That's going to do it. Penalty is over. High in the air and pouncing on it is Marion all alone. And he's going to draw a penalty, and let's see.
Might be a penalty shot, George.
What's he going to call? And
It
is a penalty shot.
Yeah.
That was in all alone and took the slash.
Took the slash off the hand. Now he's got to go on a penalty shot.
Oh, he's flexing his left hand where he got hit. I think he's okay.
He'll be okay now when he gets a chance to shoot. I like it too. He's got the green gloves to match the uniform, George.
That's why you're the color commentator, Robert. Yeah, I go for the cheap jokes.
Yeah, that's good. Does he shoot or deke, George?
Deke.
Okay, I'll go with the shot.
Why not?
Glove side high.
Deke to the backhand looking 5-hole.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Really specific.
And he's got a sore hand as well.
That's why he's going to deke. I'm not sure either one of us were right.
No,
As he goes.
it was
high
a
glove side. That's a hat trick, so the hat's
it was
come
a
out
high
on the
glove
ice.
side, but it wasn't a deke or a shot, I guess. Well, I guess it was a shot. Yeah, now if I'm Coach Gill or Waylon, I'd say you've had a great day. Get yourself a rest. Get some ice on that hand and enjoy a hot shower.
Number 10, Jordan Murr. Time to go, 10:45.
So in his last 3 games, he hit 4 against Stephenville, 3 last night, 3 today.
It's not bad. 10-3 is pretty good.
Congratulations, Murr.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's a pretty good season for most guys.
That was a career for me.
Well, I've never scored a goal playing minor hockey.
No?
No, I was always a goalie.
Yeah. Well, probably a couple in yourself though.
No, no.
Okay.
I gave up a few. I helped out some of the guys on the other team.
It's good to contribute though.
Yeah. Adam House League champions one year though, Robert.
Wow.
I got that. Still got the picture
That's nice.
just to prove it.
Polaroid?
It was the old Brownie camera back then. You know, the box camera.
Yeah. Those were big.
Vaders. Oops. He wasn't shooting it. He was looking for a deflection. That was too wide to even deflect.
Very much so.
Cataracts change.
Not sure what that hit.
Dix off his stick. King. Coming through the middle, the big slap shot, poked away before he could release it. Sits right in the crease. Daring has it to the boards. Dix has it out to Daring. Daring gets stood up. Ryan went down. Back to Daring. Daring with a shot that went off of King to the boards. Ryan steps into his man. That's fired around the ice all the way down the other end. Robert, run down the canteen, will you?
Okay, on the way, George. On the way. Caller order downs first. Actually, oh, George, I'm looking down there. I see that the gates in the canteen. Oh, there's one left open there.
You're thinking they're closing the canteen?
Well,
last call for the canteen?
Last call for fries. They need to use the algorithm on that song.
Smith with a chance. Shot, save made by Whiff and Puck, sitting there forever.
Forever and a day.
Cleared to the point. Guy turns, rips it wide. Gillum holds it in. To the side of the goal, back in behind. Wicks around the boards. Again, Gillum keeps it in here at the right point. Down into the corner. And shot in wide. Coffey will pick it up on the far boards. All alone, he gets rubbed out by Wells Nomore. Nomore or Wells.
Wells, Nomore, Wells?
Yeah.
Does it make a difference?
I'm sure it does to him.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get his name right, Michael. Nomore Wells. Whoops, that pass is fired, but it gets to Smith. Smith will bring it in. He's poke checked. Daring with it. Adam Guy slides it back in deep.
Adam Guy has lugged a lot of ice here today.
A lot of ice time this weekend. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
lot
tired
of
body when this one's over. Just off the stick of Daring. Wolfrey plays it off the boards for Smith and out. Corey Brent dumps it in just wide of the goal. Wolfrey plays it to the boards. Guy picks it up. Andrew Smith lofts it down into the corner. Hand in on it first for the Royals. Into the slot and cleared away. Vaders must stop. Puck just sitting inside the Cataracts blue line. Nobody going after. Well, I see out at center.
Well, James had it.
We've got a penalty coming up to the Royals.
Yeah, it's going to be a slash on the back. The referee let him get away with it twice, and then he hit him again the third time as they were parting ways, and he's reaching into his pocketbook there now, taking out his trusty notebook.
A little more.
A referee was going to let him go, and there's a little push, and after the third slap to the back of the leg, he said enough is enough.
Jeremy Drover challenges James. They're going to go, and they're going to miss the next game too, folks.
Yeah, well.
They're not quite done yet. Looked like they. Oh, careful! Without the helmet on. Oh, you worry about the head hitting the ice.
Yes.
He's okay. Oh, that was scary for a second, Robert.
It was. And that's what happens, George, and you. It's so easily done. George, if you can remember a number of years ago in a league in Ontario where a player had taken his helmet off and struck his head and unfortunately succumbed to his injuries, and they banned anybody taking their helmets off anymore.
Yeah.
It's an automatic ejection. when you take your helmet off.
Yeah, you used to see guys years ago, and they go to fight, two
They-
of them would take off their helmets
Yeah.
and go. But you're not allowed to do that.
No,
And
no
there's a
more
reason-
should you.
In that case, it wasn't taking the helmet off. It was knocked off
Yeah,
in the
that's right.
course of the fight. But then when he kind of went backwards towards the ice.
Well, George, it all started from down in the corner, and Gale and Jones were there. You know, it was back and forth, one little tap, another little tap, and I watched the referee who was stood up right by it. He never said anything. He never called anything. And as they were breaking apart, the Royals slashed him on the back leg. Wasn't a hard slash, just and thought he was going to call a penalty, and then it just ensued from there. And with this much time left in the game, 10-3, all for naught, really. You know, that's probably the most excitement that we've had in 2 periods. And right now, if you're both coaches, you're saying, okay, we don't need any more. Enough is enough. The game is long over and in hand.
Yeah, 5-2 after the first period. The Royals were still in it, but then they gave up those two partway through the second to make it 7-2. The game was effectively over at that point. And yeah, the enthusiasm on the ice just hasn't been there since it was 7-2, and I guess understandably.
Yeah.
Down to 4:39 to go in this one. And a long time before the Cataracts play again, folks. They do not play again till the new year. So they've got a month off.
I'm not sure what a referee has gone down underneath us off the ice, George.
Okay, we're hearing eagle-eyed cameraman Steve Noseworthy saying that the linesman has a cut on his
Okay.
wrist. So the linesman's gone off for repairs.
Okay, the referee is coming back
the
out.
referee is back. Canning. Again, one of the linesmen is still out.
Which is something that we never think about it, George, but it's such a dangerous job.
Oh.
You're out there, you know, with skates, sticks, blades. It's a tough situation, and you're trying to get in. And remember, in the initial part of the fight, 2 of the linesmen jumped in right away, and both players got back up.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to end early.
Yeah.
But they continued.
And when you're trying to wrestle a guy, there's skates going everywhere. We can only hope that it's not a severe cut to the linesman. That's
Well,
something that we would never want.
Well, we're going to go with 1 linesman and 2 referees. So I guess one of the referees will drop back as a linesman.
Yeah.
And through all this, Cataracts are on a power play.
Yeah.
Because that initial penalty was going to the Royals.
Gillum just cross-checked Vaderson for 2 healthy cross-checks.
Pierce with a shot that one off of Smith. He'll come back to Pierce. He'll try it again. Didn't get much on that, but it was redirected and then cleared by the Royals. Vincent is in the penalty box serving the penalty to Jones, or James rather. Coffey failed to get it in over the blue line. Jewer waits and brings it in. Drops it back for Coffey. The other side for Wicks. Wicks behind the goal. Gillum there first. Can't catch up to it. Coffey's got it. Headed in front. Nobody there for the Cataracts. Ryan gets it down the ice. Wicks to center. Shoots it in right on goal. Wolfrey catches it. Wolfrey calmly clears it down the ice. I've liked the way he's played the puck last night and again today.
Yeah, he handles the puck well, George, I got to say. On his forehand particularly, I mentioned it last night.
Daring with some room. Daring spreads the legs, cuts in front. The puck rolled off the toe of the stick. He's got it again. Daring still can't shoot it. Backhand looking for a pass that time. He was trying to get it to David Byrne. He's back at the point, kept in. Mike Brent off a skate. Royals have it. Royals with a chance to clear it. Will they? Just out. Look out.
Adam Guy has made 2 healthy runs here. He made a run at Mike Brent and then a run at Oak, and I can guarantee you Mike Brent is looking at him now.
He didn't miss by a whole lot. I just saw him at the last second. Penalties over. Here's Vincent coming out of the penalty box. In all alone. Shoots. Whiffen with the save, and it goes up and out of play.
Adam Guy was a man on a mission on that particular sequence. I'm not sure why, but
Still playing hard.
he is playing very hard.
Royals win the faceoff, kept in by King. He'll put it in deep. He'll come out. Jones to King to Colburn to House. House with a shot. Whiffen catches that, drops it, hangs on to it. Down to 2:11 to go here in this one. Let's mention the Cataracts with a long break. They don't play again until the 5th and 6th of January in Corner Brook.
That is a long break.
Yep.
That's a Christmas break and a half.
Meantime, we've got one more game we can do before Christmas. We'll be covering. That's offside. That's the U18s, the Traction Central Impact, playing here on the 15th of December.
Okay.
Right now the game is scheduled for the Windsor Stadium, but I'm hearing it, looking at trying to get it moved to here at the Joe. So
Bring your Lon Johns.
stay tuned. To be here or at the Windsor Stadium. I'm going to leave my gear, webcast gear, here in the booth till I hear for sure where it's going to be. The biggest pain of doing this is lugging the gear around in and out of the stadiums.
Yes, I can imagine.
Here's Dix, shot, save made by Wolfrey. But whether it's here or at the Windsor Stadium, we will have a webcast of that game for you. So they take on the Western Kings. Got a home and home that weekend, scheduled to play here Friday and in Corner Brook Saturday. The Central Impact.
Down to a minute 13 left here, 10-3.
And the first weekend after the Christmas break, the Central Impact have 3 games, a 3-game weekend against the Growlers. That's going to be a big one.
That will be a big one.
It's that 5th, 6th weekend. The Cataracts are in Corner Brook. The Impact are at home.
Enjoy watching those games. Fun to watch. It's offsides.
Again, not sure which stadium it's in, but you'll hear in plenty of time. Under a minute to go in this one.
It's going to be a long road trip back to Corner Brook today.
Yeah, it's not going to be a fun one. Never
No.
fun when you lose a couple of games and have to get on that bus.
No, it's not. And it's, George, you've heard us say, or heard me say a number of times, not necessarily not necessarily losing, it's how you lose, and those are the things that sting.
This has not been a great effort for the Royals here
No,
this
it's-
afternoon.
Didn't mind last night's game, but today it wasn't. After 5 or 6 minutes into the second period, that was about it.
Yeah, this game very different from last night's. Another save for Whiffen. 10-3 Cataract shots on goal, actually showing 33-32 in favor of the Royals. It's the official shots on goal.
The official, okay.
That's what's on the clock. Guy holding on to it. I'm just going to dribble this one out, as we say.
Yeah,
Take it back behind
get
the
out of
goal.
Dodge.
That's going to do it.
Safe travels, all folks. Everybody traveling. And since we won't be here, George, till after Christmas,
Nope.
for the Cataracts, Merry Christmas to all. We will be here, as you said, for the AAA Under 18 Major Midget. So thanks for viewing, listening, watching.
All right, you've said it all, Robert.
Yeah, that's enough.
Big weekend for the Cataracts in this new season. They pick up 2 wins, 5-2 last night, 10-3 today. So they move themselves over 500, 4-3. No, actually 4-2-1. 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss. And there it is. Final shots on goal, 33-32. We saw Whiffen make a couple of saves since I said that, so these are the official shots
That's
on
it.
goal.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, that is going to do it for us, folks. And as Robert said, Merry Christmas to everybody, as we won't be back until the new year with the Cataracts. On behalf of Steve Noseworthy, our cameraman, and Jason Power did the game last night. Oh, that's Scott. Okay. I thought it was somebody else first. Anyway, I don't know why we were there. Anyway.
Getting the fans as they're departing.
Anyway, yeah, we'll call it an afternoon, and we'll call it a year. We'll see you in 2024, everyone. So long.